Okay, you're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shirley Mustawan.
And as usual, every week we watch a local movie and we review it. And this week we've been invited to a media screening, a pre-screening of Guang.
By Guang.
Yes.
So
Let's go.
I'll get the door.
Please.
Because I'm a gentleman like that.
Thank you. Okay, so we watched Guang.
Yes, we did!
We went to a special screening.
Yes. Actually, we went to the screening before the super special screening. So, yeah. But it's okay. It's cool. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
it's directed by
okay,
Quack.
first of all, yes.
What's the
Guang-
film about? What's the film about?
Guang is actually a feature-length, the feature-length version of the short film
that won
by
one
the
of the-
same name, Guang, that won BMW Shorties.
One of the BMW
One of the
shorties,
BMW
a long
shorties.
time ago.
4 years ago,
Yeah.
I think.
It's
I'm not too sure.
it's
But it
directed
won
by-
one of the BMW. It's directed by Quack,
Yep.
who is, a local filmmaker.
Yeah.
And he's great. He's so cute. Very nice boy. Anyway.
The short film was made because I needed a showreel, because I needed to excel in the commercial filmmaking, right? I needed
Really, that's all it was about?
That was how it began.
Okay.
That's how it began. And through the years, we have been making tons of commercials, a number of short films, all that we view that is kind of like practices and training for us to make this feature film when we're finally ready. So the fateful day came when Sabrina told us that I have a chance. That there is a possibility for a movie to be made. So she presented us with the grant, the proposal of, okay, let's get this grant, and then it will be possible.
The film is about two brothers, a pair of brothers, and one of them is autistic. So the older brother is autistic, and the film talks about the challenges of the younger brother trying to take care of the older brother.
Because the mother dies when they are very young.
Yes. But it follows a very linear main story of the fact that the older brother is on a mission to build something with a lot of glasses
And bottles. Because he's obsessed with the piano in the beginning.
He's got perfect pitch. He's
Yeah.
got perfect pitch. That's important. So he's got perfect pitch, and he wants to build something out of all these glasses, and he doesn't communicate with his brother well. So the whole film, half of the story is about how him and his brother sort of interact. The other half is about basically his adventures trying to collect glass lah, and then it comes to a nice conclusion, so on and so forth.
Guang's story, the character itself is inspired by my elder brother, who has autism, very much like the character in the film. And he also has the perfect pitch ability, very much like the character in the film.
Wow.
So it was through the years of the many experiments that he has shown me and wowed me that I pieced it up together to present it in Guang.
Right.
This format, yeah.
Right. Did you feel like vulnerable putting aside of your family? This is quite personal, putting it out so everybody will watch, and then people will be commenting and things like that. But yeah, it's not just a movie; it's also the story that your childhood inspired by your brother.
Yeah, I focus more on, say, telling the story well and send out a message to everyone that towards autism especially. Because growing up, I've seen how people have treated my brother sometimes in a very negative way, and I really hope that watching this film will change that just a little bit. You do, right?
So we really liked the film.
I love the film.
I love the film. I love the film. Why do you love the film?
I want to make it also early on a full disclosure that Quack's my friend. We worked together many years ago, like about almost 10 years ago, on The Biggest Loser Asia. And I was a producer on that show. He was one of the guys in the crew, right? And to see him rise and make his film, his short film, and then making such a great feature film like this, I am so happy for him. And he's such a nice guy. I really am very happy
He is very
for him.
nice. I met him for the first time that day, but he was very nice.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. And I really like the film because it has heart, it is genuine, it shows love, there's good characters, it is directed well, the Quek has control of the story, the shots are beautiful, it's great. If there is anything that I have a complaint about, is the first half of the film because it was so slow and draggy, and it felt very much like a short film being extended to be a feature.
You can see that.
It's like Whiplash, the movie Whiplash.
A small problem with it.
Yeah, it's like the movie Whiplash, where it actually was a short film from one scene and then they extended it to be a big film. Although the feature film was great, you could still see it was being extended. That was it for me lah. Yeah. What do you think?
We didn't watch the short film. We feel like we need to say that. So maybe that is also why it felt a little bit draggy at first.
Yeah.
Because we didn't know which part was the short film first.
Yeah.
So on and so forth.
I'll be honest, I've never wanted to see any of the BMW shorties. I don't know why.
He's a bit snooty that way. Sorry. You are snooty lah.
Okay, fine. So mainstream for me.
You are snooty.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Because BMW shorties come out with a certain polished look, all their films. But look, Guang is great. Yeah, go on.
Right. So, I think that Guang has everything that makes a good film a good film. And I'm really proud that this film is made by a Malaysian, because one of my biggest complaints is that Malaysian films don't have good stories.
Yeah.
They're always derivative of the same fucking plot line over and over again to cater to a mainstream audience, but they don't want to tell good stories, But Guang is a really good story. It's a really good story. And the reason to why it has heart is also because Quek's elder brother is actually autistic.
And it's based on that,
based on their relationship lah.
He dedicated the film to him.
The film to his brother. His brother went on set with him to
approve the shots and give comments and all.
It's very sweet. It's so sweet. All of it, everything behind the scenes and the front of the scenes, everything is just so sweet, and it's just so wholesome lah. This film is like a nice bowl of like ABC soup that you're just it just gives you all the feelings that it's just so good. Yeah.
I cried a few times in the film.
Yeah.
And you know how
he really cried.
I cried, yeah.
Fried.
And you know how I define crying as crying in a film to mean it's a good film? It's when you don't cry because of the film or the story, but because it invokes feelings in you in your life that makes you want to cry. Holy crap!
So I didn't cry during the film, but it definitely invoked all sorts of feelings in me. And I think it was just the purity of his brother's struggle, and his brother was not. It was obvious that he was
the younger or older brother.
The younger brother. Sorry.
Yes.
The younger brother is obviously has already martyred himself
for the brother,
taking care of his older brother.
Yeah.
But he does it in such a through the first parts of the film before his frustration boils over, right? He does it in such a matter of fact way that I can totally relate to, because it's like when you do these kind of self-sacrificing things, that's actually what happens in real life. You just sharp and just do it lah.
Yeah.
It's not about you. It's about the other person or the other people or whoever you're doing it for, right? And that really came through in the film. So Quek wasn't trying to make it seem like this was like such a self-sacrificing martyr Jesus-y type of character. It's just like like that lah.
And he has conflict also because of his brother. He can't achieve so many things because of his autistic brother.
Of his dreams.
Can't get proper job. Living a struggled life.
And yet he never actually outrightly comes out and blames his brother right up to the.
There was a tipping point lah.
Only a tipping point. But before that, he's never putting his brother down and everything, and he doesn't use this as a reason to take it out on his brother or take out his frustrations on his brother. In fact, all you see really is him just making the relationship work.
Yeah.
He's coaching his brother how to go for interviews. He gets angry with his brother when his brother
steals stuff.
Doesn't
follow instructions.
Follow the script of the interview. And he's very anxious about it, And I feel like that's just, it's very sweet lah to see such a thing, because it's obvious that he's really, really trying. He's trying so hard to make the situation work, and he's telling his brother if you want something, why do you have to steal it? His brother is prone to just taking things. So he's like, if you want something, why do you have to steal it? Why can't you just ask me? I'll buy it for you. And I'm like, this guy is just so great, but he's so unassumingly great because he's just like your everyday man type of hero that you wouldn't even know that he was so great unless it was just I don't know. I had a lot of feelings. So I really liked that. I really liked that his younger brother character was portrayed like that, but he was still human enough to get frustrated and everything.
The kids are back from school. The kids are back from school. The kids are back from school. Hey, number 2 girl.
Hi. Hi. Why are you wearing a dress? You're supposed to be wearing pants.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the pasar malam after this.
Sure.
Yeah,
So there's that. We really like the character of the younger brother, but you had some issues with acting quality, right?
Look,
I don't know.
performance-wise, I felt that the older brother who was autistic, Guang, the title of the film, right? He wasn't really a character. He was more like a prop for the story to move forward. And to me, I felt, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing. It's just that that's how I saw the film being approached. And the real character, the real performance, the real story was actually of the younger brother, Didi. Right?
TT.
Yeah, the younger brother lah. And the way he portrays his emotions, his conflict, and everything, it was a great performance. Guang himself played by
Guang.
Yeah, Guang. He was played by
Kyo-chan.
I wouldn't say his performance was
Kyo.
excellent as an autistic character.
Chen.
Yeah, it didn't really. Okay, there were parts where it was very convincing. There were parts where it was just bad acting. I felt that way, and it kind of made me feel. Reminded me of Tropic Thunder, of Robert Downey Jr. in Ben Stiller's movie Tropic Thunder, where he plays he wants to win an Oscar. It's a satire, it's a comedy, and he goes, "You don't go full retard if you want to win an Oscar." And he was obviously referencing Sean Penn when he played I Am Sam, the character in I Am Sam, Leonardo DiCaprio in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. You don't go full retard. But I don't know.
That sit or stand? Pick one.
That's how I felt. And to me, the actual great performance was by the younger brother. Oh, and his name is? What's his name?
Chong.
Ernest Chong. Yeah, great performance. There was this one character, the girl,
Tony.
the girl that befriends Guang, right? The girl that befriends Guang.
Suhan.
Yeah.
Suhan.
She was like a side character, which I felt that the Quack only put it in, or the filmmakers put in to kind of expand the film into a feature.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't around.
They did.
Yeah, but they said they did in the press conference. Oh, we'll play the press. We played. I don't know. I haven't decided whether to put the press conference at the beginning of this review or in the middle or at the end. But if you're watching this, you're watching it, right?
Yeah.
And they said that they introduced that character because they wanted to expand it into a feature film.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a very well developed character, lah. Yeah.
I think that in regards to Kyo-chan, I think that you need to be a certain type of method actor to play someone with special needs, because I personally do not understand where to begin. Where you begin to even try to delve into such thing. Kyo actually had a lot of conversations with Quack's actual brother.
Yeah.
And but he also said in the press conference that he wanted to make the character his own.
Yeah.
He wanted Guang to come to life in his own way. So I feel like he really did achieve that. I didn't really feel like the acting was bad. Maybe because
I wouldn't say it's terrible, lah. Right?
Maybe it's because it's very hard to discern whether it's him acting autistic or whether it's bad acting.
Yeah.
So is it the autism part of it, or what? Because there are a lot of, generally there are a lot of pauses, there are a lot of jerks in the movements and things like that. So it's very hard for you to discern what is the bad acting lah. But for one, I have to commend him for never breaking character. That was yeah,
it's great. There was another great character who is Titi's best friend.
Bro, Tony.
Tony. He is a side character, but so good. Great performance, great character that was developed also for the story, and he gave his full support.
Tony is like the voice of reason when Ernest loses his shit.
Yeah, when Titi loses his
I cannot already.
I cannot take care of my brother, but his best friend is there.
Cannot.
He said, "You just shut up and take care of him."
Find him, okay? Find him. Just eat your food.
You go find him. You shut up.
Yeah.
Every time he makes a complaint, you shut up.
We all need a voice of reason.
But he's
like
there,
that, okay?
And he's there, and he's driving him around,
and he's
okay?
Helping him out. Okay? I said, okay lah, no need to look for him lah.
Let's go home lah.
Go lah.
And then he said, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know? Yeah.
So
It's great.
It's great.
And there's this Bangladeshi worker who is their friend, who's their mahjong friend, who speaks perfect Mandarin.
Are you sure he's not Indian?
No, because from the you infer to me, you assume it because of the neighborhood and the social situation that they're in. You assume that he's a foreign worker lah, a migrant worker. To me, you know, and to me that was great. It was very refreshing. It was a bit of diversity, you know. So I kind of enjoyed that also.
Yeah. And they weren't pushing it onto you, all this like multiracial agendas
Nothing.
or whatever.
No. Yeah.
Quite pushed nothing onto you. He just wanted to tell a story and he did it really well.
Yeah. It did not matter if it was a Mandarin film, a Cantonese film, a Malay
agenda.
film, or
I feel like there was no agenda.
Yeah.
It was really just to tell you a good story, and he did that.
Nothing to do with race,
Yeah,
religion. It was anybody can get this film.
It was beautiful.
It was shot in a part of KL which I find very interesting and
It's
intriguing.
elegant, it's beautiful, and it was very well done. Good job, Quack.
I wish everybody can. I'm going to make an announcement yet. I'm endorsing the film. Everybody, I think we both are endorsing the film, and everybody needs to watch this film.
Everybody needs to watch Guang. Bring tissues if you're like Zan.
It's great. You know,
If you got like some unresolved family issues, any family problems or whatever, bring tissues. Yes, tissue, you got that.
But I cry in almost anything, in any situation. Right? I take a flight to a country that I've never been to, I land so I can cry already.
He's a sap.
But look, all best wishes to Quake.
And the film.
And the film.
We really, I'm glad that the film is already doing well, but it seems to only be circulating in the Chinese festival circuit
Initially
a bit. So we're hoping that now it will do well nationwide and then do well further lah, because it's a great film and it deserves to deserves to travel everywhere. It's great.
I want to thank the Majlis Pengkritik Film Kuala Lumpur for actually inviting us.
Thank
to
you,
watch.
Zaim.
Yeah. We are a part of them.
Getting us the
and we got it through them. It was great. So if you have any comments, if you've watched the film or going to watch the film, if you've got anything you want to say, hey, comment, subscribe to the channel, comment on all our social media platforms, follow us at FatBidin, or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Sheila Ibusawan.
And the Azli sisters.
And you are? What's your name?
Oh, suddenly you don't want to talk already.
Cool.
Okay, bye. Hey, if you want to learn how to become an independent filmmaker or a filmmaker in general, I've got a book which I wrote with a buddy of mine. It's called Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking. You can actually buy it off of here. I'm going to put the link down here at my website, fatbidin.com. It's only a couple of ringgit, and it's really good because it has many different chapters, the process of filmmaking, and each chapter I interview a Malaysian filmmaker who gives advice and tips of from their experience. So yeah, yay, link is down here. Yay.